Hey, everybody. We are coming today. It is October 5th, 2024, and it is game on to all beings that feel energies. October 3rd, we had a huge X-class solar flare, X.9, pop off from the sun, Earth facing. Strongest one that we've had since 2017, and it's crazy ironic because 2017 is when I started feeling the direct energy from the sun as a earth dweller, and I was like, thought I was losing my fucking mind. Hits your nervous system first, so I really feel for people who are not open to the understanding that we are directly linked to the earth. The earth is changing because our sun is changing. Top it off, we have psychopaths on the planet that are manipulating weather, manipulating every fucking thing that is here. So hey, we got to roll with it. We got to integrate these energies. If people are feeling these energies, the ringing in the ears, the high voltage energy throughout their body. I know for me, it's been in my hands and my feet and moving up my calves. Last week, I had heart palpitations, heart activations every single night that I was going to bed. Taking my magnesium and doing the thymus tap, and it was still game on because we are changing energetically. Affects our nervous system first. So I believe in a spiritual essence. Creation knows that we can't all handle it at once, or else it would just freaking fry us. So it's happening it's ramping up as we speak. 2024, October 3rd, again, X.9 solar flare impacts. I started feeling them off from the sun directly. Yeah, I did, since 2017. And so issues with regulating the body temperature. One minute you feel like you're freaking melting from the inside out. The next minute you're freezing. Bloodshot eyes, dry throat. You could be feeling bubble guts and having a lot of gas in your digestive system. You could be feeling heavy head pressure where it's coming down through the crown, moving headaches. These symptoms seem to shift and change a little bit, but they kind of are not new ones at this point. They just keep circulating, and depending on what we're clearing and cleansing out of our dense bodies, it's just how it's going to roll. So collectively, I noticed when I pulled up the chart, we have a lot of the outer planets, a lot of the generational collective planets at late degrees, right? So we have Jupiter is at 21 degrees of Gemini. That's our planet of expansion. Gemini is information, communication. We have the planet of Uranus, lightning bolt changes in the sign of Taurus. Earth, our bodies, earth changes to our bodies. 26 degrees retrograde, so a lot of internal things happening within our bodies. We have Neptune, that is our dreamy, spiritual depth of the ocean. Also can be escapism, delusional. At 28 degrees of Pisces in its home sign, retrograde. I'm just fucking hot surging right now as I'm coming on. Pluto, the planet of death, rebirth, transformation, and resurrection, is at 29 degrees of Capricorn. We have a lot of earth energy there, a lot of changes going on within ourselves. So hands and feet, and the heart activations, a lot of meridians, a lot of energy centers, healing of the hands, right? Prayer position is there for a reason. That's because we have meridians in our hands. The feet as well, feeling a lot of different moving parts of the body, feeling itchy. Like for 2-3 weeks now, my back is itched like crazy. And my good old trusty back scratcher has been coming in fucking handy for that. I've had some abdominal itchy, so the solar plexus area, the back part and the feeling of, I know what I'm releasing, but what you may be releasing, pay attention to your body. It's telling you something that needs to be cleared and cleansed, as we are just this side of the new moon eclipse that took place with the south node of letting go, the dragon's tail, K2, of, codependent relationships, anything that we've stored. I've noticed, the nodes of the moon transition through a sign, the two signs, the polar axis of two signs, which we are in Aries of South, and the head of the dragon, where we need to head to, and putting our focus on ourselves, not in an egotistical way, but knowing that in order to heal ourselves and be whole ourselves, we have to heal ourselves before we're in a relationship. South Node, Libra, where the scales, and I've been saying this, feel like I'm sitting on the middle of the scale observing everything that's happening, and I'm so fucking angry right now with the lack of the things that are taking place in North Carolina. Things that really matter in life are human life. Fuck the distractions of P. Diddy and this, that, and of course it's a political year for the United States, so there's all kinds of fuckery and shenanigans happening, getting pulled out, rolled out, including weather manipulation. So hey, we got to know who the fuck we are. North Node in Aries. Focus on self and doing what we need to do, not being passive, speaking our truth, especially with that Jupiter in Gemini. And it's not, is it retrograde now? Not yet. It's going to be going retrograde, I do believe. Don't have the date pulled up for that, but making sure that we're speaking truth and make sure that we're deciphering what kind of information actually really fucking matters, and not be distracted by the masses of asses that keep trying to distract humanity and keep us in a box of control. Pluto in Capricorn, through all these structures that are top down. Another symptom that I've been feeling today, I went and visited my folks, but I just felt like I was felt like I was drunk driving. So there's a lot of the dizziness happening, a lot of feeling a little bit of the floaty. If you've had any sort of physical surgeries, you may be feeling different sensations in the body. But initially, when we have these huge solar flares and it's freaking raining down on us here on the planet, within our bodies, whether you know it or not, any sort of kind of, I want to say, weak spot or something that still needs to be processed will come up for you. And so that's where I was going with, if you don't know what's happening and all you're feeling all these sensations and body things, man, this can send people to the freaking hospital. I'm not here to replace any kind of medical attention you may need, but I am here as a sensitive earth dweller that feels all of these energies very, very vividly. Especially, like I said, my spiritual awakening took place in 2014, and then by 2017, as the sun really started shifting and changing, I started shifting and changing, and I couldn't figure out for the life of me. Again, like I said, thought I was losing my shit, just to find out that I am here to be able to share with other people, to be present in your body, and the importance of that as well, too. Saturn and Neptune both in the sign of Pisces. We got to make sure that we have a strong spiritual foundation and structure to that. And we also, because that's what's going to keep us, from losing our shit as we're watching and witnessing all of the Pluto, Capricorn fuckery, where all these structures are trying to keep control over us, where the old systems are going to die, so that we can come into a time where the Pluto moves into Aquarius, where it's about the people, not just the 1% that carry what worth they think is the only, which is that monetary worth, right? Breath is life. We are all important, and it's important for us to step up and hold ourselves accountable and stop being shitty ass people. If you want to be a shitty ass person, keep it to yourself, but don't dictate and dominate over others. Times are tough. Finances, and we got to know our worth. And I get in these feelings of feeling defeated as well, but I just have a strong faith as a Sagittarius rising, know that I will resurrect myself no matter what's happening around me. And this starts in your first and foremost within yourself. but then in the closest relationships to you, and then to the structures, right? So know thyself, to thyself be true. And, you know, this is a time of great revelation as far as I'm concerned, because we're witnessing the more and more people wake up, we're witnessing the fuckery that's been happening all along. But it does get ramped up with this last little power grab that we have with the Pluto going back into Capricorn. I believe until November of 2024. And then once it moves into Aquarius, the people, the water bear, the star card in Tarot, you know, the transformation is going to come from all of us gathering together. Where there's two or more gathered, there's a power in that, and there's a reason for that, because we have to set our visions higher for something way better than what we're witnessing, because I am fucking livid over the bullshit that's happening to the mountain people in North Carolina, and the sheer, just complete neglect of each one of us paying taxes, but yet the people right here that have lived here, have been born here, have been raised here, do not get the help that we need. Well, maybe it's time that we all gather together, which I fucking highly doubt it's going to happen. Stop paying our tax money into a system that's not for us. It's fucking against us. You know, I would love to. I hold that vision, although I'm a skeptic on that. But if you can't help what's right here, grassroots, then fuck you. And so, pardon my language, a little fiery right now, but I think it's very important for all of us to speak our truth. And these little structures that want to keep silencing people and keep shutting people down when they get too close to the truth, when they're exposing the darkness and the power grabs and the weather manipulation and all the other fuckery with our food. And, you know, why is it? We're such a great country. Why is it that our people have, you know, new medical facilities being, not healing, medical facilities, big pharma's drug pushers on every fucking corner, but yet you can't go to the doctor and talk about, hey, by the way, why we have so much GMO? What exactly is geoengineering food? Why is our food not natural anymore? Why? Because you're sick from it. And don't worry, we'll put up a new facility that will keep you on pills and life support until we make a little more bank, and the insurance companies and everybody else benefits from it. You know, I'm just done with it. I have a no-nonsense attitude for it. I've had one of my videos here already get freaking taken down, and it was from so long ago that I have no idea what I even said in it, but it must have been something that was too close to the truth. Got taken down, had no way to look at it, review it to see what it was even there. The silencing, that's why I left Facebook in 2020. Will not go back on it again. This is the only social media platform that I'm on, and they censor too because it is part of Google. But it's important for us too. We're expanding the energy in Gemini, which is community, which is communication, it's writing, it's our youngest, it's our fresh set of eyes and choices and decisions on what information is important, what information is not, you know, the duality of Gemini, decisions, communication, crossroads, right? Libra, new moon eclipse with the South Node, a lot of relationships that were not equally yoked, and I call this the straight from, you know, biblical or godly terms, that if you're not equally yoked with somebody, you know, your foundation's not going to stand. And right now it feels like, doesn't it? It's so symbolic and like a metaphor of what's happening right here in our own land that God provided for us, that things are getting washed away. And I'm not saying that the hills and the beautiful Appalachian, no, but there's resources there that these systems want. And if you know, you'll own nothing and be happy. What better way to wash people the fuck out? Yeah, sounds outlandish, but you know, all you have to do is be awake and aware and look outside every day and know that, I don't know if any of the weather is natural anymore. And you know, the sun is changing. It looks white now. It's powerful. There's a reason why the light is getting so bright, and I believe it's because the darkness is getting revealed. And it's up to us. Nobody's coming to save us. Yeshua was already here. I love Yeshua. Love the Christ. The Christ energy can rise within you right now. And what happens when we turn our light on one by one by one? The darkness diminishes. And how do we do that? By walking in truth, by being true, by being authentic, by not being scared to speak up and speak what's right and righteous. Because just like you deserve life, so do these people in the hills, and so do I. But these one percenters, these little World Economic Forum fucking weirdos, you know, just like narcissism is being exposed, the psychopaths are being exposed on a micro level. Starts in the home and is happening on the macro level. So that was a rant that I didn't know was coming. So thank you for joining me today. Ear ringing has been off the charts. I think I might need my singing bowl to just clear my energy real fucking quick after all of that. Feeling a little fired up, feeling a little heavy, feeling perturbed and pissed that these people that have been dominating over us, that are supposed to be for us and not against us, have not been charged with treason. I'm getting pissed. I'm getting sick of it. And I think that it's time for each one of us to walk the line, to stand together, right? I just visualize this, that the good, righteous people of the world just surrounding the globe and holding hands hand to hand and drawing a fucking line in the sand and flipping the table like Yeshua did and say, no more of this. This is my brother in Christ. This is my sister in Christ. And there's no reason why we should be held captive by these systems anymore. Let me grab my singing bowl. Totally unplanned. So yeah, ear ringing. Again, it comes down and hits you in the nervous system first, that pineal gland in your brain. Therefore, just like I've said many times on my channel, it goes down through the wandering nerve. So, you can have heart palpitations, you can have bubble guts, feeling gassy or feeling constipated, whichever spectrum that you may be on. The vibrating in the hands and feet has been crazy, crazy. It's a little different than neuropathy. It's almost like a highly charged energy. So you're not cray-cray. Your sinuses could be extremely dry, and it's funny, I had all of these symptoms of dry eyes today and head pressure, even in the eyebrows. And I look and it says no pollen on my little weather app there that's full of bullshit too. And I'm thinking, yeah, no, because we're in a strong geomagnetic storm right now. Actually, we're in a 7, so it's very strong. I'm going to look to see if I can see the northern lights where I'm at. I'm not sure if I can. But anyway, October 3rd, 2024, strongest solar flare, X.9 that we've had since 2017. Feeling wired but yet tired. That's another symptom. That's your nervous system in your body recalculating what direction we heading in. Ha! Full of it. Let me grab my singing bowl. We're going to draw some cards. I'm going to clear this energy out and get my feet on the floor real quick, though. I'm feeling fired up. Different muscle tension, different joints within your body. It's important to hydrate. Before I came on, I went in and just had to splash my whole fucking face with cold water. Because it just feels like I'm freaking melting inside. And no, I'm not the Wicked Witch on the Wizard of Oz. But I will tell you what. The little coward narcissist psychopaths behind the curtain that are pulling all the puppet strings are being exposed. What we need to do is continue to pull that curtain back as we make ourselves down that yellow brick road, exposing on the macro and the micro level injustices. All of these people with small penises that are trying to make up for their lack of through dominating over other people. Just a metaphor, can be women or men, either or. Apparently there's just as many women narcissists as there are male narcissists now. But when everything, like, the internet is such a blessing, but at the same time, for somebody who's so driven by the flesh, all of these, the short videos, and I've done a few of just random ones, the little random short YouTube videos, or, you know, everything is, you know, I'll just order it, da da da. Everything's quick and easy. And sorry, baby, but easy's not always the best. In fact, most of the time it's not. So we're almost being indoctrinated into this belief that if you can't have it right now, or it takes a little bit of work and effort, that you just ditch it. And a lot of people are doing that too on the micro level. This Aries Libra axis of the nodes of the moon, I'm telling you, if you make it through this cycle, which I do believe it's June or July that shifts into Virgo Pisces, there's been a lot of dismantling of situationships that were unequally yoked. So let's do a couple centering breaths, draw some cards for this, see what else is going on. The muscle tension, you know, you can be feeling that as you're releasing. It's just stuck energy. So be a great time for a massage. Pluto, those high degrees of Capricorn, ruled by Saturn, Capricorn is, so teeth, joints, bones. Thank you, Great Spirit, for giving us the opportunity to be here and gather today. I just ask that I be a clear channel of sharing information that's helpful, useful, enlightening, even, you know, bringing awareness to those who tune in to listen, to reach and lend my hand out to those, to maybe let them know they're not alone. And we give thanks for this. And as all this energy is buzzing and stirring within you, we got to make sure we're taking nice, deep, centering breaths into the solar plexus, because this can cause a lot of us to be in the flight mode, fight or flight. So there could be, you could be witnessing a lot of people being in the reactive mode. Pay attention to that. Use great discernment on whether you want to engage with that type of behavior. So from the Cryon Oracle, we're going to go with the energies. What is the latest X-class solar flare of 9? Wanting us to have our attention and awareness on at this time. What support is here for us right now? Which integration? Lots of activations on the ley lines, in the portals, in the energy centers of the planet Earth. So that'll be causing more Earth movement, more body changes, higher self. We are supported. We have a knowingness within us. Again, like I said, with Saturn, Neptune, and Pisces, we have to have the knowing and tap into that to weather the storms that we are witnessing as things are being dismantled, rearranged, adjusted through this death process that we're all witnessing on planet Earth right now. Isn't that a beautiful card? Higher self. My feet are hot as hell right now, and they were freezing before I came on. Like the major heat, energy fluctuations within the body. Getting in touch with your higher self will create balance within you and will also help you with others. The higher self is the key. There's a benevolent system that loves you and sees you as you see your children. Now, this is important because we are in currently Libra season. We just had that New moon eclipse, where there was definitely endings, but there's also new beginnings. And this energy carries for the next, I believe, 6 months. So, like I was saying earlier, I feel like I'm sitting on the scale in between, and I'm just observing everything that's happening within me and around me. And it's always, very telling to sit in the witness or the observer position. But at the same time, like today, I got so frustrated and so freaking angry over what the neglect that's happening right here on this, what we call our land. Extremely dry, so make sure you hydrate, guys. The eyes feel like sandpaper. The throat feels like sandpaper. You could be feeling sore throat off and on. How can getting more in touch with your higher self also help with others? To some, this is a puzzle. Again, Cryon tells me that humans think in such a linear fashion that we often put everything in a box. No, that's what the system wants us to do. I don't put things in a box, but many in society do. We have to get out of the box. The higher self is an extremely divine and personal part of each human being, the part that we say touches the Creator. Some people see it as God inside, or the part of your soul that has one foot on the other side of the veil. What is hiding, however, is how our relationship to our higher self might profoundly change us personally. When humans go to worship, do they think I'm going to worship today to get in touch with myself and help others around me? Normally not. Perhaps they instead go to accomplish something as dictated by their culture, or perhaps they think God somehow expects it. No, I don't do anything because I'm expected to do it. I'm doing things out of my heart. And this is a huge revelation for what I'm talking about in North Carolina. Because those people are the reason they're helping each other. They're good Southern people who are helping each other because the systems that are in place are fucking failing them. Okay, sorry, I'm going on a rant again. Okay, perhaps they instead go to accomplish something as dictated by their culture, or perhaps they think God somehow expects it, or there will be consequences if they don't. It's the God in a box scenario that Cryon tells us about. It's not just a linear action that does not come close to matching the magnificence of God or the human being. They just report to the building. Getting in touch with your higher self is cementing that relationship with the energy of God. It's not needed or expected. It's not a have to form from some doctrine. It's a personal choice to change and become closer to the oneness of all things. It's not connected to human organizations or a set of rules. Is there a set of rules on how to love your children? Can you put love in a box? When are you in tune with your higher self? You are in tune with your total self. So when you are in tune with your higher self, you are in tune with your total self. This means you are a far more benevolent person who creates joy where you walk and who understands that love and compassion are the real tools of humanism. Pulling this card is a wonderful synchronicity and acknowledgement of the beautiful relationship you have created with your higher self. This is so important right now, you guys. I've been saying this for a while, but it's highlighted right now that we have to have and tap into God within us in order to rise above. And it's the perfect scenario, right? You're either a good person, or we see this huge emphasis on the Aries Libra. When I said we were going to see a lot about narcissism being exposed, it happened in my personal life. Shitty people do not spiritually evolve. And so they're not tapping into their higher self because they would never treat and never do to others what they are doing. And this goes again on the micro level and the macro level as things are being uncovered and revealed. So let's do some from the star code Astro 2. Let's see what kind of messages are wanting us to kind of look for with a planet placement or a house. So back to me pulling up the chart to see where everything was at, and all of these big heavy planets that are, you know, collective. They're not a personal planet, they're collective planet. A lot of, you know, later degrees. So big changes in the collective happening right now. That's apparent. It's one of the reasons I love astrology so much, because, you know, it is kind of a guide designed right here for us on planet Earth specifically. Taurus, cultivate. So second house, this is our worth, our self-worth. This is our resources. Be a great time to make sure that you have enough resources for yourself to get through sometimes. This is Taurus energy is also ruled by Venus. This is what we can find comfort in. Oop, I got a phone call coming in. I'll have to call him back. So it's a great time to be able to, you have to know your worth. And how do you do that? By tapping into your higher self. You have to tap into your higher self to know your true worth. And that's where I say it's not an ego thing. It's a godly thing. It's to remember who you are as the divine. A lot of earth changes, Uranus and Taurus. It's time to cultivate. It's time to know our worth and our value. God, what a beautiful card, eh? So again, Venus is a personal planet. Right now, Venus is in Scorpio, where she is not quite comfortable, but there's a lot of darkness coming out. This is a lot of the airy-fairy, going into the depths of, you know, superficial connections, psychological manipulation. So it's important for us to get in our body, know our worth, cultivate that energy to manifest a different direction for ourselves. That's another thing too. I was feeling the energies through my feet earlier, and I'm like, yes, because I'm in between on them scales right now. I just closed a chapter in my life. A lot of us are, and I'm not quite sure of the path where I'm going to go forward, but that was showing up through the energy within my feet and my legs of, okay, I'm not sure what path I'm walking on, but I need to make sure I cultivate. But I need to know my worth. Ooh, God, that card's beautiful, huh? So earth energy. What are your resources, and what are the resources that you need to continue on your path forward? It's also, you know, money as well. So third house, communication. 41 is the card. Third house is about community. Third house is about communication. It is the house of Gemini. We have Jupiter in Gemini. It's about big decisions, right? Jupiter, expansive, expands everything, good, bad, or otherwise. We have decisions to make, and we have to know the importance of communication, community. So, yeah, it just makes me think of, you know, the people that are actually banding together and helping each other in the Carolinas, and not just the Carolinas, Tennessee to Florida, Georgia, all people that were affected by this storm. But this starts right within the third house of, you know, learning, education, decisions, and communicating that. These are important topics right now. Second, third house, knowing your worth, being able to establish resources, get together with other people to be able to help out in community. And how do you do that? By tapping into your higher self, to your God source. Like it said in the message, know thyself, tap into thyself, because you are actually helping others when you do that. Let's do a chakra card and an I am, because I got to return this phone call. Been on here a little longer than I expected because I went on to a rant there. Let me know what you're feeling with these current energies. This one's a doozy. I'm feeling the warmness and the tingles right up my thighs at the moment right now too. Trickery, heart chakra. There's a lot of trickery happening. We have to have great discernment right now. Trickery to me is also another, you know, Gemini type of energy, that dualistic energy, where you can be tricked, where you can be bamboozled. We got to trust actions, not just words. And that right now is huge, not only on the micro level, but the macro level. Pay attention to that. Guard your hearts. Tap into your higher self. Do what is righteous. As my girlfriend says, you know, what's being pulled out of the trick bag next? We got to pay attention to that. It is a time of great discernment. Right here, the heart and the truth is the way, so guard it. Don't put walls up, but guard it. When you know your worth and you have healthy boundaries, you don't allow people to shit on you. Hard knock lessons here for me. What is the I am affirmation for this current energy update? What is the I am affirmation for this current energy update? This is a huge blast from the sun, man. Feeling tired but wired, feeling hot then cold, feeling tingly, major earrings, dry. I listen with love to my body. This is important right now, especially as we are now integrating this last solar flare. Listen to your body. Pay attention to what it needs, what nourishment it needs. Do you need root vegetables? Do you need to sit on the ground? Do you need an Epsom salt bath? Do you need to drink more water? Do you need to let shit go? I've been letting so much shit go and laying it at Creator's feet. I've been saying it in my mind. I'm listening to my body when it needs to rest. It's important that you all do that right now as well. And please do pass this on for people that may be feeling it. Again, I don't replace any kind of medical help that you may need. But as earth dwellers, we are definitely going through it. So much love to you guys. Thanks for tuning in. Share this out to your platforms because I'm not on any. And much love to you. Shalom, shalom.